Sunday morning dawned bright with hope. England wonderfully placed. Brett Lee came scampering out, but Warne, the competitor, was on strike.
That's gone wide of the man at deep third man. All round, and that's 4. That's a good shot from Brett Lee. Flintoff has assisted Warne to bring up the 200 for Australia. That now is down to 80 to win. That's quite a useful stroke from Brett Lee. Now, this is the moment where Michael Vaughan has a bit of thinking to do.
Got him! Well done, Flintoff. Fast, full, straight, doing the business against Shane Warne. Freddie's pleased. You should see how 22,000 Brummies feel about it. Warne treads on his stumps. He was not bowled out. It's a super innings by Warne. He really gave Australia hope. 42 he made. He's had a fantastic match. He leaves with his head down. He feels distraught, but he's given Australia everything in this game. 42 for Shane Warne. 220 for 9 Australia. Oh, that's very quick. It's got a bit of venom in it. Around about 90 mph or just under 90. No, Bowden's not interested. Well, what about that? Outside the line of off stump, was he? And the single is gained.
Only just outside off stump.
Is he?
Only just. Yeah, I think I'd have given it no doubt.
And Kasparovic's answer is to clip it away for 4. Well, that's clever thinking. What's more, now it's below 50 for Australia. 46 to get. And Lee goes big and gets 4. 42 to win.
Well, you got to give him credit for this shot. This is a super hit.
Now Casper goes over the top. That's a wonderful stroke. Well, superbly well played.
Oh,
that'll race away for 4-2. My goodness me, 13 from the over. What a performance this is from the Australians. Kasparovic is timing it well. He wants to come back for 2, which he does, and he makes. Good judgment. He ran the first run quickly. 30 to win. This has been a brilliant rearguard from Australia this morning. So much so that it's now a very realistic chance of winning the game. 252 for 9.
Oh, he's chipped it in the air. It's gone over the infield. One go for 4. Oh, it's a full toss 4. Way down the leg side. It beats the keeper and into the rope down there for 4. 20 to win. Oh, he's had a big go at that one outside off stump. Now, if you're going to have a go outside the off stump, that's the way to do it, because the top edge there will end up in the pavilion. Oh, he's hit him hard, yep. He smashed Brett Lee on the arm, I think it was. And he's taking time out. Oh, it's actually glove. It's right on his left hand. That was a superb delivery. There's nothing much a tail ender, even a batsman. This was straight in at the rib cage.
Australia still 20 runs for victory. In England, this elusive wicket.
Off the thigh pad. He's going to be taking a few bruises away. So he retains the strike. Oh, inside edge for 4. That's not what England wanted. That takes it down to 15 now. Oh boy.
They're the fanatics. They're going berserk. England supporters, head in their hands. There's 15 to win for Australia. Nothing convincing about this shot from Lee, but how often do you see at this stage of a match a little inside edge and 4 runs? Unbelievable stuff here at Edgbaston.
Yeah. Boy, steered that on away. Oh, and there's a dive down at third man. I reckon he got a hand on that. Jones came in. It would have been a great catch. Very difficult if you're driving forward in the outfield. I think he got his hands to it, though.
He did just, but he hesitated. I was watching him as the ball came to him. He didn't fly in at it. He just paused there, and then he dives. Got to him well and truly. The pressure on the fieldsmen. It's not just the batters and the bowlers.
No ball called, and 4. He's gone for the Yorker. No ball. He bowled it extra fast, and it's gone screaming away fine down to the fine leg boundary. So 4 and 1 for the no ball. 9 runs to win. 1 wicket in hand. Yes! Comfortable single. Well played by Kasparovich. Away on the offside for a single. Inside edge, running away on the onside, another one.
I think they'll be quite happy with singles.
Oh, and a Yorker, an attempt at a Yorker there, and it was very well kept out.
And Lee's done it well. It's hit him, knocked his bat out of his hand. He's called for the 1. Kasparovich has responded. It's 278 for 9. Full toss outside off stump, meant to be the Yorker. The idea was okay.
Kasparovich, the man to go, and Harmison has done a despair on the faces of the batsmen, and joy for every England player on the field. Victory by 2 runs for England. Harmison has got the wicket, and Jones has somehow managed to scramble across and dive and get both hands around the ball to end one of the most thrilling games of cricket there's ever been.
The scene summed it all up. A sensational cricket match with a sensational finish, and with its sensational sportsmanship, Flintoff went straight to Brett Lee, who was unbeaten with 43 in that Australian card. Flintoff himself 4 for 79, 2 for 62 Harmison, 1 for 26 Horrard, 2 for 68 Giles, 1 for 23 Jones. They all did their bit. The scenes at Edgbaston etched into history, and this winning moment will be played over and over again. Geraint Jones the catcher, Michael Kasperovich the man who went, Steve Harmison the bowler. England won it by 2. Here with his thoughts is Ricky Ponting.
Must be hard to bear to get so close.
Oh, it is, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got very, very close, but, you know, full credit to England. They played very, very well through this test match. A couple of our tail enders out there this morning, just absolutely sensational. I mean, Shane Warne's game, 10 wickets and the runs he got in the second innings was outstanding. You know, to have Brett Lee and Michael Kasperovich standing up against that bowling attack at the end of the day and almost pinch a test match is full credit to those guys. It says a lot about the character of our team to fight back the way we did this morning. So we can take a lot out of this game, and although we've lost, it's been a great test match, one of the best that I've ever played in, and hopefully the third one will be exactly the same.
Yeah, did you believe this morning when you got up that you could A, get so close, and B, could you win the match?
Well, we're always giving ourselves a chance. I mean, Shane's a good player, a good batsman, and he's shown that through the county season already this year, but we gave ourselves a glimmer of hope. But it was a lot of hard work and a lot of discipline had to go in it and into it, and Brett and Michael showed that, you know, today. They both took a few on the body, but they stood up to it, and unfortunately we just weren't quite good enough.
Yeah, in a way they summed up the spirit of Australian cricket this morning.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you hope your whole team's all about. I'm sure England would have done exactly the same if they're in that situation. So, you know, you're out there trying to give your best all of the time. That's certainly what all our players did this game.
But just go back to the beginning of the game. Not a lot went right for you at the start. Obviously the injury to Glenn McGrath. How much did you miss him in this match?
Oh, you're always going to miss someone of that skill and that much experience. I mean, especially after the way he bowled in the first Test match. But as I said, Casper had bowled extremely well in the game down at Worcester, and I had no worries about him coming into the side. So, and actually, we probably needed his batting. It might have been a different story if it was Glenn's batting out there late this afternoon. But look, we'll just keep an eye on Glenn and see how he comes up. He's actually moving around a lot better now, so we'll keep our fingers crossed with him.
And you won the toss and elected to bowl. Is that a decision that you regret now?
There's 3 runs in the game. And, you know, we probably feel that we could have won the game at the end of the day. If we had bowled a bit better in our first innings, and if we certainly had batted better in our first innings, then the result might have been different. I think, you know, on that wicket, we had to score more than 300 in our first batting innings, and that's probably been the difference in the game.
Gracious in defeat and justifiably proud of his men. In a minute we'll talk to Michael Vaughan, but first it has to be the big fella.
Well, when Michael Clarke went late last evening, you couldn't have imagined it'd be so close this morning.
No, chasing what they were this morning. We knew they had good players, but we was hoping it didn't go quite down to where it went. I thought Brett Lee was outstanding. He bowled his heart out, and then to bat the way he did this morning was great. And obviously over the moon when Army got Kasperovich out at the end, didn't have to bowl another over.
Yeah, just a quick word about your injury. Obviously shoulder problem yesterday, but it didn't seem to inconvenience you too much this morning.
No, I thought I popped it out at one stage, probably made a meal of it. Had a few pills and things, and it seems to be right this morning. A bit of stiffness, a bit of treatment, and I'm fine.
And yesterday must have been your best day in cricket.
Yeah, I think the whole Test match says it's been a great spectacle. I think everyone who's come to watch it has enjoyed it. It's been a great advert for Test cricket, and pleased that we got over the line just by 3 runs at the end, and it was a great effort by all our boys.
They do say that all-rounders struggle to put both facets of the game together at any one time, and that was the key to your great performance yesterday, the fact that you got runs and wickets as well.
Yeah, it's difficult to get the 2 both going together. Probably at Old Trafford I'll probably just nip in with a couple of wickets and no runs, but hopefully I can carry on doing that for a couple more weeks yet. And
the last wicket partnership with Simon Jones proved to be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, we came off and the momentum would come back in our dressing room after that. We thought we got enough, and we just about did.
And do you believe you can go on and win the Ashes now?
We've got to. I think they do. We've taken a lot of heart from this, but you know, another game starts on Thursday at Old Trafford. They're going to hit us hard. They've shown the character they've got in their dressing room, and we've got to match that, and we've got to play some more good cricket. We can't rest on this game. We've got to come back strong again.
And one final word about the crowd. You said yesterday it was like playing with 12 men here at Edgbaston.
Yeah, just look at them. They've been great all Test match. They've got behind us, they've rallied round, and they've picked us up when we've been a bit down. It's been a great effort from everyone here.
He is some cricketer, Freddie, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's, to beat Australia, you need team performances, but you need individual brilliance, and you know, he had an outstanding game and really turned the game for us on a number of occasions in this game.
I suppose to a degree, after Lords, one or two people were saying, oh, well, he's okay against the others, but not against Australia.
Well, you always get that thrown at you when you play Australia if you don't perform, but you know, I always believe he's an outstanding performer, and I think this game proved that.
What about your immediate reaction? It's around about 45 minutes ago that you were jumping on Freddie and holding onto his jugs, and obviously euphoric, but I guess there's an element of relief given how tight it became.
Yes, certainly. I think if we'd have gone 2-0 down, the series would have been a real hard ask for us to come back from, but you know, to get 1-1, the momentum sways towards England. The most important thing is that we really enjoy the moment today, but come tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday, we have to really focus our minds on performing to a similar standard at Old Trafford as we have done here.
It was a fantastic moment, but in a way a lucky moment. A catch down the leg side is one of those things that doesn't always go your way, as Michael Kasparovich fended it off. Quite special for Geraint Jones, because he's another one who's been under the cosh.
Yeah, I think so. I think the only surprising thing towards the end of the game, that Flintoff didn't take the final wicket or the final catch, but great for Geraint to obviously take that catch, and great for the team to get the series back at 1-1.
Do you have a sense now that there's a change of momentum? I mean, we've had a decade where all the tight finishes have gone Australia's way, and all cricket's momentum and all the bits of luck seem to go Australia's way.
Yeah, I think momentum's important, but it can also be a burden as well. You know, Thursday's game is totally different to the game at Edgbaston. It's just important that we start well, as we did here, and we put them under a lot of pressure. We were positive. You know, we must start again positively at Old Trafford and make sure that we try and get on top of Australia early, because if we do that, you know, we can keep pressurising them into the situations. And you know, I think that's what we did here very, very well, is that every session I don't believe that Australia got on top of us. It's important that we start exactly the same at Old Trafford on Thursday.
What about your own form, Michael? You've previously smacked Australians all around the park, and you're not right now.
No, I'm not, but I thought I was playing nicely in the first innings, and you know, that's where I really get disappointed, that I get a 24 and get out when I'm playing nicely. The second innings you get a good ball early and you have to just accept that, but in the first innings, when you know that the wicket's at its best, you get the 24. I should really have cashed in and got a big one in that first innings, but you know, I need some runs, and hopefully it'll start on Thursday at Old Trafford.
Now, going back to first thing on Thursday morning, I don't mind admitting that when the coin went up and Ricky Ponting called right, I got it in my head that because I thought the winning captain had to bat first, he'd said bat. So when we were doing the teams, I said Australia won the toss and batted. Were you taken aback that he chose to bowl?
We were happy to bat first. We wanted to bat first because we have played at Edgbaston quite a lot recently, and we always feel the wicket deteriorates, and if you can get runs on the board, we feel that you can put the opposition under pressure. We just look at our own performances. You know, we can't control what Ricky was going to do, and we were happy to bat first. We were pleased with the way we batted because we got 400 on the board and it put Australia under pressure.
A lot of plaudits for your own captaincy from the guys in our commentary team and from some of the ex-captains writing about the game. You've really thought hard about how best to deal with Australia, haven't you?
Yeah, we have as a team. You know, the captain does get a lot of the credit when it goes well, but we do it as a team. We have a think tank, and you know, it's down to me out in the middle to obviously direct that ship, but you know, a lot of the thought processes are done behind the game, but once you're out in the middle, instinct takes over, and there's certain areas of the game that are just instinctive, and you fancy having a field here, you fancy bowling there to a player, you fancy changing the bowling from each end, and a lot of it's luck, to be honest, but it went well this week. I
can't resist having a look at your eyes when you see the winning moment here, because it really is very special to beat Australia and go 1-1 in the Ashes.
Yeah, I think that's a sense of relief, and also a delight for the team that we've actually got back into the series. I firmly believe 2-0 down, it'd have been a real hard ask. 1-1, it sets up the series fantastic.
And here comes the big fella. He's like a bear, really, isn't he?
He is. I'm surprised he didn't break my tin ribs with that kind of hug, but you know, fantastic. I think that's a moment which is just saying I think we're happy with each other, but also Flintoff had a fantastic game. He really deserves all the credit this next few days.
All right, well, thank you for coming up to talk to us. We wish you well in Manchester. I'm sure you'll party well tonight and then get down to the real business again.
I would have thought so. The England team have always been very good at that, so exactly, we've got to enjoy the moment. You don't beat Australia, but you know, Thursday's going to be important.
This has been a special occasion, the best cricket match that I've ever seen, and best of all, England won it by 2 runs. Tense, fabulous, and it's 1-1 in the series. Goodbye.